We get to Sherwin-Williams, which are big supporters of the Cavs. My wife is watching. I forgot they're like one of the main supporters of our dear Cleveland Cavaliers. We love you. And Sherwin-Williams, Paul.
Sherwin-Williams. I'm going to go to Y charts again here because we're still pulling some data on data feed for Sherwin. I'll try to update the split they just did.
If you've never heard of it, Sherwin-Williams is a Cleveland-based company. They make paint and coating.
If you've never heard of them, then you've never been.
Well, who knows? They could have talked to somebody in Latvia, Paul. We're huge in Latvia.
I'm sure
you know that, Paul.
I'm sure Sherwin-Williams has stores in Latvia.
I'm going to apologize to our Latvian fans.
We have them in Mexico.
Our Tel Aviv fans. You may have never heard this. And if you haven't, you're in luck. It was founded in 1866, Paul, in Cleveland. I didn't actually realize this was such a Cleveland base for so long. I should support this company more.
Their former CEO before this one was a Walsh grad.
I'll be darned. Well,
he was the longest tenured Fortune 500 CEO, I think, from 1999 until last year or 2 years ago.
I got to buy all my paint here. Now, the price has never been higher, Paul. It's $268 is the stock price, and just a couple years ago was $125. So it's been skyrocketing here. And let's get after Sherwin-Williams. What is the market cap for this?
You want to look at this? In 2000, the stock price was $6.
Ticker symbol is SHW. SHW. What'd you say? 2000. Wow.
2000, the stock price was $6. That's when 1999 was when the guy took over.
Incredible.
All right, guys, $72 billion market cap. PE, very expensive, 37. Profit margin, pretty low, 9%. So we have two X's to start.
Yeah-oh.
Dividend yield of 0.9%. So what is that, $630 million dividends? $630 million in dividends. $11.9 billion in revenue versus 18.36. Check mark there. Big jump from 16 to 17 and 17 to 18.
Check mark. And just like that, Maxim is in Latvia. I told you our Latvian people love us, Paul. Pillar number 4 is profit growth over the past 5 years.
1.13 to 2.03. I'm surprised it's not a bigger jump, but that's okay.
A little jump. That's okay. Here we go. Shares outstanding. This company cannot be selling off more shares, Paul. I'd be shocked.
They're buying shares. 275 million down to 271. Not by much, but they're doing. But 10 years ago, they had 310 million shares.
Good boys.
Sick.
Okay. Pillar number 6 is current assets over current liabilities for Sherwin-Williams, the paint company out of Cleveland.
4.6 billion versus 4.6. It's literally, it's an X. Barely an X. By $3 million, it's an X.
So they're a little underwater. Pillar number 7 is free cash flow growth for Sherwin-Williams. Pick it up now, Paul.
You ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm not ready. I just said yeah, but I'm
1.07 to 3.1. Check mark. Then 1.66, 1.7, and 2.
The average free cash flow over the past 5 years is $1.9 billion. $1.9 billion.
Let's call it $2 billion.
Okay.
72
billion is the market cap.
divided by 2, 36 times 5-year free cash flow. That's an X.
A little high, huh?
Guys, love this company. I'm not just saying it because I'm a Cleveland guy. I love this company. They dominate the paint market. Talk about PPG is another big paint company, and Benjamin Moore, but Sherwin is they are the paint company. I just think if you buy this at a reasonable price, you're going to do well with it.
What price is that, Paul? I mean, the current price is half.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul.
Listen, I'm just telling you, it's half. Tell me all you want that you sit there and say, Paul, and it's not going to drop in half. Okay, you guys never experienced a bear market then if you don't think good companies will drop in half. It's still 36 times profit, and the growth isn't there. It's a $19 billion company. It's not going to grow 20% a year. It's just not.
You said all that so fast. I'm trying to process each sentence you say. So
it's just not going to happen, guys. I love it.
Puts on this company?
Oh, yeah. Let's look at puts. They're going to be terrible, but I'll show you the puts.
So Paul's going to pull up options, which I am new to and going to be learning this year along with a lot of the folks in our Patreon. But, of course, these options are covered calls and puts. And Paul's going to – we have tons of videos and live streams for our patrons about options tradings, covered calls, selling puts. So if it's a little confusing, just stay tuned and we can get you on this while Paul logs in here to looking at the put options for Sherwin-Williams. What do you think, Paul?
Sherwin-Williams.
Yep, here we go. Meanwhile, make sure you guys fondle that thumbs up. Of course, we always love you. Paul, you have any options? You said options are sort of tough nowadays, right? There's not a lot of great...
Yeah, because everybody thinks that the catastrophe won't happen, so they're like, we're going to pay you crap.
Okay, talk about what this graph is behind you and what's going on with this thing.
So, guys, remember, a put is where if you're selling a put, you're giving somebody the right to put shares into your hands at a certain price in the future. So for example, Sherwin-Williams at $270. If I think it's worth $135, maybe I'll sell somebody an option a year from now. I go to January 21, 2022, 270 days from now, and I scroll to 135. Let's go to 133.33, which is a weird price. Why is it there like that? Somebody might be willing to pay me $1.
You're sad about this? $1 per share?
For waiting 270 days on a $135 strike price. That means you're making about 1% a year. It's garbage. It's garbage. I'd wait for, the great thing about puts is if you get a lot of volatility, it can increase the price of the put, so it's more likely that it hits. So for a company like Sherwin, wait for a pullback, even a 20% pullback, which is very common, because look at this chart. This chart is very parabolic. This chart in the last year, let's look at the last year. Maybe not parabolic, but look at over here. Just a year ago, it was at $150 a share. I mean, it's gone up almost double in the last year, guys. I mean, that's a big rise. It doesn't take long. I mean, look at this. It was at $215, $220 just a month or two ago. So I look at this going, wait for that pullback. Volatility increases. The put prices will increase. You might be able to sell some shares at lower prices.
People are saying that the exploding housing market, a lot of people were buying and selling, repainting their houses.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and new builds, of course, with that lumber going crazy. It looks like the stock price is following suit. So.
Yeah, probably. Remember things, guys. In 06 and 07, when markets crashed for real estate, right before then it was looking great, wasn't it?
I don't recall. I'm not as smart as you.
Well, it's not about being smart or not. It's just think about every bubble. It's all great until it's not great anymore. It doesn't end because the last bit of good news comes out and nobody cares anymore or there's nobody else to buy. It'll happen. You'll be able to buy Sherwin-Williams at a better price in the future. Trust me, a better value in the future. It might not be half, but if their fundamentals get that much better in the next 5 years and the stock goes down to 200, that'll be a good time to buy.
Thanks so much for watching the video. We hope you were intrigued. If this style of investing speaks to you, click the link below to join our Patreon. As a patron, you get access to a wonderful community of like-minded investors where you can chat, connect, ask questions, and share ideas with badasses like you all over the world. The best part is you get the amazing Everything Money software. This is revolutionary, unlike any YouTube page. You can track your investments, look at stocks, and quickly run our 8-pillar analysis on any company you like. The top tier patrons get direct access to Paul and Trader Mo. You'll see their daily trades, their updated portfolios, and every options contract they write on a daily basis. We provide Patreon exclusive videos just for you, including live streams and exclusive content from our team. Our bottom patron tiers fill fast, so join today. But hey, if you don't believe me, look at all of our patrons' amazing success stories. In comparison to other financial platforms, our software is by far the best value. This is your chance to get serious about investing. If you're finally ready to level up your investing game, join our Patreon and let's start kicking ass together.